Welcome all to a flawless sunset in Lancaster, where it's round 2 of the Jägermeister Cup that has a buzz in the ground tonight. Californian sides on the collision track as AV Alta prepare to greet their northerly neighbor for the first time. It's Oakland Roots in the venue. Unmistakable tension as these two sides feel a degree of desperation heading into the day. A look at the live table and standings. Las Vegas Lights out in front of the pack, currently engaged with Sacramento Republic this evening. All to play for, but with only 4 games in the group stage, plenty of ground to make up. It's basically a must-win tonight for both these sides if they want to get out of the group. As for AV Alta, they've gone up against their fair share of higher-level opposition this year through way of the Jägermeister Cup, but also the US Open Cup. This will be their 4th match already on the campaign against a USL Championship side. And in their game against Las Vegas Lights last time out in this competition, really held their own, commanded the game through possession. Vegas only really got out of their own half this one time in the first 30 minutes of the second frame. Unfortunately for the home side AV Alta here tonight, it was a glorious goal scored by Knight Pickering, but a goal scorer in the form of Alexis Cerritos has everybody in the Valley talking right now. Back-to-back starts for him, back-to-back goals for him. Alexis Cerritos finding the shooting boots, providing that finishing touch for a side that is greedy for possession as they look on to their opponent tonight, Oakland Roots, a team that is coming off, really without any mincing of words, a bruising against New Mexico United. A pair of goals inside the first 10 minutes, first in the second, then in the 6th, provided by Zico Bailey. And it was a long hill to climb from there for Oakland Roots. Akali would finish things up with a 3rd to seal things on the day. And Roots trying to find their form here again if they are to break up the melodic rhythm of AV Alta. Babosi Biaruhanga will likely have to have a large impact marshaling the center of the park. A season high 4 touches and passes for him the last time out against New Mexico United. Folks, we're ticking down the kickoff. This contest between two sides, California, is coming up in the Jägermeister Cup. Gavin Glinton and Ryan Clavin, their sides at odds. That is what is on tap. Bartender, I'll have another round.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
At Edwards Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be the only financial institution born and raised right here in the Antelope Valley. That means we know what our community needs because we are the community. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for your future, we've got you covered with the products and services tailored to your needs. From everyday banking to life's biggest milestones, we're here for you every step of the way. Edwards Federal Credit Union, everything you need right here at home.
When it comes to healthcare, you want all aspects of your care to connect and to work in harmony. Introducing Southwest Healthcare, a comprehensive network of care working together to serve you and your loved ones. Palmdale Regional Medical Center is proud to be a part of this new, expanded system. Our goal is to provide high-quality healthcare services that benefit you, your family, and our entire community. Experience health in harmony today with the new Southwest Healthcare.
Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the inaugural USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory. Celebrate the magic of this exciting new tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. As for the lineups for the two sides, presented by Visit Palmdale, and first for the home team, AV Alta heavily rotated here today. Miguel Ibarra, the Lancaster native and legend of League One, into the starting 11 for the first time this year, making his third appearance on the campaign and his debut on the left side of that back three for Steven Ramos, the youngster up out of the academy. Javier Mariona looking to stay sharp as well against the side he made his professional debut with. That side is Oakland Roots, and here's the lineup for Gavin Glinton. That 3-4-3 has been so powerful for them in restoring some balance after a struggling start to the season this year. It's Panos Armanakis and Sinistera in the pocket, with E.J. Johnson making his first start in considerable time, leading the line today. We told you about Babose Biaruhanga and his role in the mid-park. Hackshaw Green and Gagi making up that back three. Kendall McIntosh still nursing an injury, so Rafael Spiegel continues to hold down the responsibility between the posts. We step out to live pictures. Two sides that absolutely have to have all 3 points to remain in touching distance of the top of the table. That's what's required to advance in the Jägermeister Cup. The top 2 wildcard seeds will also get through to the knockout, as we are in motion in California and away by Gagi. With these sides yet to find victory in this competition, a skipping stone in early catching practice for Rafael Spiegel. Spiegel started the match against New Mexico United. It was a pair of early concessions inside the first 10 minutes that ultimately undid Oakland Roots on the day in the league last weekend. Up ahead for E.J. Johnson. He's toppled. Foul is awarded. Matt Verso is the center official running the contest here today. Into the area. Maybe Alta. An obsession for possession. They love to dominate the ball, control the game, play with that extra degree of bravery, something that manager Brian Claiborne takes a lot of pride in. Off the back heel. Armanakis sliding through. Alex Sieves in. Straight away, it's blocked out. Great cover, tracing the steps from Sebastian Cruz. An early opportunity for Oakland Roots in a corner to come. Roots have had success throwing the first punch this year. Already 7 first-half goals in the league in 2025, and the youngster Alex Sieves had an angle. Just able to get a nibble in was Sebastian Cruz, and it's a corner. Jose Luis Sinistera, Colombian creator, at the flag with his arm raised. Bodies churning in and around the area. In front of the 6-6-1 in this buoyant home crowd. Flown in. It's a useful ball, but it skips all the way through. Biaruhanga gave it some pursuit, but it's out for a throw, belonging to Oakland. There is Babose Biaruhanga, who had an assist in the first round against Spokane Velocity. And a 2-1 defeat. If anything, pre-course for Oakland Roots. They'll understand not to take their League One opposition lightly today. Cruz cutting in. Armanakis down the line. Sinistera has pace. Sinistera cutting in. It gets all the way through. As E.J. Johnson was lurking at the back stick. Unselfish play there. And it's another early warning shot from the roadside. Dicing with danger, A.V. Alta. Trying to get a foothold now. Sebastian Cruz. Eduardo Blancas. Blancas, the hero against Charlotte Independence last time out for A.V. Alta. Home side unbeaten in their last 2 after a little bit of a stumble. A draw on the road to Greenville Triumph, followed by victory last weekend against the aforementioned Independence. Eduardo Blancas able to provide the winner there. Final score in that game 2-1. Ryan Clavin talks often about how this project in its first year is under construction. That's the term that he's coined. If there is anything maybe to yield to that point, the possession, that's the identity, the chance creation has been the main thing that's required. Maybe some of that extra blunt force work, that construction, as said previous. This is an AV Alta team that failed to get double-digit shots in their first 4 league games, have now found a way to do that in each of their last 4. And they're charging in on approach here. Swiveling in, it's Ibarra. The thoughts from distance, it's stepped away. And crashed clear. Johnson rumbling downfield, working through the gears. Carlos Alvarez will walk it out over the touchline for a throw. Alvarez getting the nodding goal today. He's been duking it out with Denzel Smith for the #1 shirt this year for AV Alta. Smith had grabbed hold of that role, but on international call-up with Trinidad and Tobago. Another bite at the apple for Alvarez, who was the first choice starter at the beginning of the campaign. What skill from Panos Armanakis. A player on his day that can absolutely capture the imagination, the Australian. A slanting switch of play down by Alexeev. Veteran Hackshaw and Gibson. Faulty first touch from Biaruhanga. Contained by Gagi. Alta step up and harass their opposition into the giveaway. Slow starts have been a bit of a problem under Gavin Glinton, who in this week was able to extend his tenure as the full-time manager longer than his designation as caretaker, where he got Oakland Roots to the playoffs last year after the dismissal of Noah Delgado. Under Gavin Glinton's tenure, though, as the manager, in 41 total games, Oakland Roots have conceded in the first 10 minutes 10 times. If you want to shrink the sample size down to the first 5 minutes now that we're past that period, they've conceded 6 goals, including 1 last week against New Mexico. The foul is awarded there. Amongst USL Championship teams in that time frame since Glinton was appointed last season early on, 41 game sample size all told. Oakland Roots have conceded 37 first half goals. That is more than anybody in the USL Championship by a total of 6. The other side of that coin is that Roots have been very good when they do score first, so that is something to underscore, understanding the importance of this first frame of play. Pelivanov hammering high, and too high in fact, over the head of Javier Mariona. Mariona in the USL League One Team of the Week this past week after making his first league start. Got a goal 2 matches ago to equalize late on against Greenville Triumph, and assist against Charlotte Independence. Armanakis plastering wide Alexeev. Sinistera and Alexeev, a 2-man game. Toppled at the edge of the area, and a decisive ruling from the center official. It's a free kick. And plenty of players that will be itchy to pull the trigger ahead of this dead ball. Such a nice combination in that zone 14 area. And the youngster Steven Ramos sticking in too stiffly. The 9th minute, and real menace for Oakland Roots as Carlos Alvarez will need to mind his nerve. Panos Armanakis, player with a certain penchant from this type of position. Staring into the supporter section. Tyler Gibson, the veteran and Knoxville, Tennessee native, sorting things out ahead of this set piece. Javier Mariona drawing the short stick. The unenviable position of guarding the low shot attempts. It's Panos Armanakis! He's put it straight onto the woodwork. Kai Green settling. Sinistera And just intervening in the nick of time was Pelivanov. Panos Omenakis, narrow margins. He put it into the upper 90. So much so on target that it struck probably the post and the bar simultaneously. A shot from range. Aviles called into action. It was a strong strike from some distance. Oakland Roots riled up out of the gate as Pia Ruhanga reared back. First save of the night for Carlos Aviles. Omenakis presiding over the corner kick with a whipping wind. See if that influences his delivery here. Swung in, just away from Kai Green, kept on by E.J. Johnson. Maybe not so. Goal kick. Alarm bells ringing for AV Alta. Hardly been able to get a foot on the ball. Also have beaten championship opposition in this venue this year, taking down Orange County SC in the U.S. Open Cup. They found it less than pleasant 10 minutes in though. Pelivanov relieving some of the tension. Osvaldo Lay. Unleashing it now is Mariona. Lay. Evading the tackle of Panos Omenakis. This is the combination play we're so accustomed to. Mariona spinning it forward. Able to get it back, but not ahead of Jurgen Damm. There is Javier Mariona again. Starting his career with Oakland Roots, made his professional debut with them several years back out of the Project 510 initiative. Real strong point for Oakland Roots in their developmental efforts. Mariona was at the vanguard of that first group kind of coming through. Didn't see the playing opportunity that he wanted his first 2 seasons in the first team. Only playing just under 20 minutes in that time frame, all told. Went on to Central Valley Fuego last year, really broke out, and after an early season knee injury, starting to carve out a place for himself in this AV Alta outfit. Omenakis lost the ball in the tight space. Ibarra and Pelivanov. Roots get their shape back. Wait for the ball to come into the mid-park to engage. Switch of the point. It's a bit of an aimless ball. And the foul is awarded as Hackshaw was interfered with, trying to win the ball in the air. Oakland go quick. Too quick. It's a bubbling atmosphere here today, and now with soccer season in full effect, SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. AV Alta pushing forward, maybe trying to cash this move in as a ticket to take the early lead. Robledo, Cerritos, and Robledo again. A crushing tackle from E.J. Johnson. Sinistera bending in ahead of Pelivanov. Pelivanov sliding in and stabbing it out. Sinistera just showing a little bit too much of the ball to the defender. Sinistera's pace proving a real problem early for AV Alta. Pelivanov that time able to catch up in time. It's a throw to come. Pelivanov today on the right side of a back three from the start, a very versatile defender. We've seen him at right back this year, as well as right-sided center back, just based on whatever his side has required on the day. Right now requiring him to dig in. A long throw, Avila's unable to get off his line. That's because he was ensnared. Such a good atmosphere in this venue. Been a hallmark for this side since their opening fixtures. Roots have been undaunted thusly though. As a bit cheaply, that ball has come out over the end line and a corner is set to be delivered in. Increasing loudness, firmness in the knocks on the door from the Roots. Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Wind has died down a bit. It's a driven delivery. Gibson. Counter could be on. Alta in full swing. Flying in formation up the pitch, Mariona. Back in for Javier Mariona. What a save. Marvelous goalkeeping. And Spiegel takes one off the board. Osvaldo Lay still with the sense. Lay lasers one high. Rafael Spiegel says his name loudly with two strong gloves at point blank. Keeps Javier Mariona out from taking the lead early. Out of nothing, AV Alta were up against the ropes and exploded out of the corner. Early fireworks here under the California sky. You get the sense that it's two sides that have a keen understanding of exactly what kind of focus is going to be required to get a result that both teams absolutely need. AV Alta featuring in 2 games in the opening match week. They're the only team in the competition in this Jägermeister Cup to enter this second round of fixtures already with 2 losses, falling at the hands of Sacramento Republic on the first action of play, and then to Las Vegas Lights in the midweek following. Oakland Roots, as said before, lost to Spokane Velocity on the opening day. Goal kick. And if there was any question to what kind of role Sinistero is going to have, whether or not he would be maybe more of a 10 in the pocket, pseudo winger, or a forward player leading the line with E.J. Johnson, it appears he is occupying the striker designation so far, with Armanakis in behind. Both he and E.J. Johnson at the front ends. Ivanov, hounded by Armanakis. Cruz on a jog. He's given the ball away. Biaruhanga dialing one up, and yeah, that's too tall. Technique let him down a little bit. Eyes got wide. Bosi Biaruhanga, though, coming off a match in which he set his season high for touches and passes, has been ever involved. Played out, time to turn. Cerritos dropping the line and connecting the play, and now Cruz. And Cerritos again. Played out. Widening things out to Mariona. Armanakis and Sinistera. Lovely link up and threaded through. E.J. Johnson on the run. Aviles calm in the face of danger. Sweeps up. Had to get that absolutely right, otherwise it's a sending off. E.J. Johnson was shot out of a cannon. What a ball from Panos Armanakis. But winning the race is Aviles, who was alive to the danger the whole way.
Thanks Palmdale Regional Medical Center for providing world-class medical care and facilities.
That was tight and tense. E.J. Johnson is paying the price for that engagement. Johnson has never played a full 90 in his USL Championship career. Only one time has he ever gotten above the 80-minute mark. And he's taken a bit of a knock early as he's been given the opportunity to start today. He's been lively. You just saw that outstretched foot maybe trampling on top of that of E.J. Johnson. Again, though, the unlocking quality of Panos Armanakis, all it takes is a second of time and a single touch, and he can open a whole game. Halfway, nearly through this first half as Johnson rejoins. Wild whack from Biaruhanga. Down by Gibson. Sloping in over the top for Alex Sieve. Through the legs of Cruz, who gets his get back at the end line. Uprooting tackle. Shootout's doing his best to hold it up. He's toppled. Foul is given. End to end, the ebb and flow of the Jägermeister Cup. Lifted in over the top. Too much distance to cover for Eduardo Blancas. And that's a throw in for Gagi, who was able to get a goal in the Jägermeister Cup first rounds. Back in the starting 11 here today after only playing 45 minutes. Last 4 league matches for Oakland Roots. Gagi. Gavin Linton still trying to work out the best possible formula. Would be remiss to say, or not say, I should say, that Maury Donor, the big addition, announced yesterday, coming in from Detroit City FC. Player that prior to this year had played every single USL Championship match in the history of Monterey Bay FC. Plenty of experience coming in to that wing-back position. That's a dangerous ball. And just about dealt with. In terms of the possession battle, AV Alta will not be accustomed to how things have shaped up so far, only holding 26% of it. At a point this year, not so distant in the past, AV Alta had the high water mark for possession average by a team for the season in League One history, but hemmed in so far. Cerritos attaching himself. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Brushed back to Aviles. Strong drive out of the back. Staggered into the center portion of the park. Advantage played. Cerritos into Robledo. Blading away. Robledo, it's blocked. Robledo tries again, blocked again. This is a back line in Oakland Roots that features two players, top 25 all time for blocks in the USL Championship, and Kai Green, as well as Nabil Hackshaw. That defensive cut and thrust on full display there as it's out for a corner. Alta starting to turn the temperature up a little bit. A Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. A strong swing and swirled away. Sits up for Ibarra. Away from Cerritos. Snatched back. But Dom unable to keep hold. And it's just a long ball to relieve the tension for Oakland Roots. Now, despite the possessional gap, each side have entered the final third the same amount of time, 17 a team. Maybe Alta have been useful when they've had the ball, as they are here. The flag has popped up, though. William Aten and Clarence Clark on the linesman today. Ivan De Cristoforo is the fourth official. Jousting for it is Sinisterra. A crunching tackle from Cruz. Back to Avalas. Steven Ramos. Blancas. Bursting away and brushing wide for Ibarra. Cruz. Maybe Alta painting their passes around. Osvaldo Ley skying one into Mariota. Javier Mariota with industry, whittling in and nearly winning his side a corner kick, but first he commits the foul. Much of the offense has dried up for Oakland Roots. They've had 5 total shots, only the 1 on target. The biggest chance of the game denied by that man. Rafael Spiegel winning the one-on-one engagement with Javier Mariota. Coming about 10 or so minutes ago. Still scoreless here in the first half. Roots did concede twice in their first Jägermeister Cup meeting in Spokane Velocity inside the first 45. Got one back early in the second half, but were chasing the whole way and unable to dig themselves out on that day. Half hour in, and they have held firm today. Avalas. Hackshaw in with the header. Pumped down the line, Mariota, and the flag is up. Playing on the shoulder of the last man and just lingered beyond that last defender. USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and on ESPN Plus. USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for complete USL TV listings. Plenty on tap in and around the divisions. There may be more points of intrigue this year in the USL Championship and USL League One than really any year in recent memory. Such good competition at the top of the Eastern Conference of the USL Championship. The Western Conference entirely wide open, which will give some encouragement to Oakland Roots after some early season struggles. Gliding into the gloves of Alta. Charleston Battery falling today. They've been as dominant a side as we really can remember in the USL Championship in the league. They've won 7 straight in the USLC. And they've lost twice already in the Jägermeister Cup to USL League One opposition. Figure that. Greenville Triumph, the one that were able to take the points off the Battery today. Transvolna away. Maybe Alta increasing their grasp on the game. Blancas spots Cruz ahead of them. Cruz kept it on. Cerritos and Blancas and Cerritos again. This is pretty stuff. Lay stumbling through the tackle of Armanakis and wins the war of will. Polivanov under duress. Robledo. Cerritos. Ibarra and Cerritos again. Spun wide, Mariota struggling to sort it out. This is a young player and a decorated veteran. Mariota and Jurgen Dahm going knuckle for knuckle. Mariota's got up and over the ad board, and Dahm is the one that comes away smiling. It quickly turned into a frown as his side give away the ball. Give away a free kick as Cerritos is bundled into. Here, Mariota, glad you can rejoin us, young man. As he walks back into the picture, Cerritos has won his side again, the free kick. Mariota, a protracted engagement. Where to go? All that matters now is he's back amongst the land of the living. His side prepping for what could be a valuable set-piece opportunity. That moment, though, a showcase of the soloist ability of Javier Mariota, the quality that he has one-on-one. And why he's certainly a player that is worth circling down the line and throughout this season for AV Alta, wherever it may travel. See if there's enough ambition to go for goal here. Appears it's Blancas. Eduardo Blancas stung the gloves. Rafael Spiegel pushes it up and over. This was well struck and served into a dangerous area, and Spiegel through the crowd. Only time enough to push it up and over the woodwork. Oakland Roots digging in. And by the youngster Ramos, it's a good ball. And gusted over the frame. Alta worked out this routine well. Stacking the runners up in the back stick, and rising the highest was an Alta player. Just couldn't keep the header down. Alta have turned things around on the possession front, up towards 60% now. Really ground control beyond the first 10 minutes of the game. Oakland Roots will find it suitable to sit back and absorb. See which ones they can pick to hit out on the counter. Alves. Sturdy bit of cover, and Sinistera is not allowed access. It's a throw in for AV Alta. Away, able to pick the gap. Covered by the home side. Blancas. Fiddling his way all the way back towards his own goal. Just swatting one in the mid-park. Hackshaw's up for it. Nabil Hackshaw, fleet of foot. A dancing bear on the ball. Alex Sieve now. Alex Sieve is dispossessed, an arresting tackle and recovery. Cerritos now. Alexis Cerritos has offered that false 9 to AV Alta. An ability to maybe drop a line, try and pull a defender up with him, and open things up for teammates. Have that second man run in behind. Provide that piece of punctuation that was so elusive for AV Alta early on. Mariona left behind him. Ruhanga, nowhere to go. It's becoming a common theme for Oakland Roots. Every time they've won the ball deep in their own end, it's quickly been snuffed out by AV Alta. Off the backboard of Cerritos. Raising the studs there. There is Brian Claben. He is known in these parts. A renowned proprietor of the developmental phase of the game in the LA area, taking his spin for the first time at the senior level. He will be happy for a former co-worker in the form of Luis Enrique. Back when Claben was working in the Barcelona setup. Enrique lifting the Champions League today as the gaffer for Paris Saint-Germain. And you can see Claben has fashioned his side in the school of those Barcelona teams of old. Rainbowing in behind to TJ Johnson. Doing well to hold it up. Skids out of play. As Eric Gonzalez, who is defending at the back there. Gonzalez making his first start of the year. Brought it along. Blancas and Cruz. Weaving in field. Now back outside, Blancas replacing in the wide spaces. Ibarra, Cerritos, and Ibarra again. This is AV Alta with confidence. This is Robledo. He'll fight. Ruhanga. Battling by 1-2, and this will be the first caution of the match as Ruhanga is upended. Osvaldo Ley is the offender. Osvaldo Ley back in the starting 11 today after not starting in the last 2. He just left the leg out there. Who's only played 64 minutes of the 180 total in the Jägermeister Cup for AV Alta. Getting the run out to start today. Getting his name taken. Swalloway and Rumo, Alisson have really battled it out for that single pivot position. The Alta team constructs. Plenty of depth for this Alta group in year one. And one of their star performers is this man, Cruz. Wide of him is Blancas. In by Blancas, soaring to the back post over the head of Ibarra. A corner on tap. It's the quick strike ability and the individual creativity of AV Alta. Serving them well in this moment. Just a little bit too much carriage, and Dom didn't need to intervene there. Just not taking chances, not having been given the chance to maybe check over that left-hand shoulder. Could it prove a costly giveaway? 40 minutes in, just ahead of halftime. Roots have conceded a lot of goals in the final moments of first halves this year. Within swing. It's a stilting header from Hackshaw. Amanakis will arrive on the scene and force a hurried pass from Ramos out for a throw. Amanakis, time to hatch a plan. Checking his rearview mirrors before playing wide for Alexeev. Amanakis another touch. And Gibson and Amanakis. And all out of sorts as Kai Green had to scramble over to try and meet that. For a throw-in. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more on Sirius XM FC 157, Sirius XM app. You can also catch the Jägermeister Cup in full swing on the Sirius platform. The Ruhanga on approach. Worked wide for Dom. Skying in for the defensive effort was Eric Gonzalez. Now Gibson. Hackshaw on a drive. Drifting wide for Dom. On a low line, Sinistera. Gashing it wide. Maybe Alta, all their defensive players in the box, all but pulled up thinking a handball was to be given. Whistle never came, and Sinistera just missed his moment. He's had chances tonight, Sinistera. Two goals for him on the year with a single assist. He's been one of the big creative drivers for this team. Alvarez flashing away. Over the head of Ibarra. Cued back into the Alta ends. Popping out for a throw. Is there any twist of the tail ahead of halftime? The curtain's starting to fall in the first frame. Osvaldo Lay spots Mariona but leaves it behind him. Mariona does dig it out. Cerritos, a shake of the shoulder and a shuffle wide for Robledo. Ibarra invited to cross the ball in. Said the first to Robledo and Cruz and Robledo again. These are the geometric shapes that AV Alta love to construct with. search of the puncturing pass. Cerritos. Sloped into the box. Ibarra's in the area. Spiegel is keen to end the move. Puts his hands on the ball. That ball is a Select ball. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. The Academy to the big league. Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com. The latest Select product specials and more. Select, the player's choice. And from goalkeeper to goalkeeper. Now just a note on Rafael Spiegel, a goalkeeper that is responsible for a goal in his career. Single minute of stoppage time. Got one while playing abroad in Switzerland in 2019. Just a fun fact. Pelivanov.
The fourth official has indicated there will be 1 minute of stoppage.
Cruz in a bit of a bind as Robledo. Here's Aviles. That's well worked. Robledo. And building away now. Cerritos on the back heel. Robledo, it's slid out by Alex Sieve. One final push. Ibarra. AB Alta on the march. Cerritos. Growing ever involved. Osvaldo Ley. Blancas. Ramos and Blancas beyond the 1 minute that was allotted. Given stoppage time is expired now. Alta going the wrong way. Pelivanov. And that'll do. Inseparable. A couple early jabs thrown in the first round, but as we hit the midway point, 0-0 between AV Alta and Oakland Roots in this second round. USL Jägermeister Cup. Both teams will look themselves in the mirror in the dressing room and try and discover the exact way that they can find some separation between them and their opposition. It's been evenly matched so far, eye to eye here in this one. It's been lively, it's been fun, and it's been scoreless through 45 minutes. We set to step aside and digest that first half of play between AV Alta and Oakland Roots. Again, goose eggs on the scoreboard as we step aside.
Life is about making connections, and AVTA is your way to connect with the rest of the Antelope Valley. AVTA connects you to your friends, your family, local services and businesses, healthcare, even where you work. At AVTA, we make your connections possible. Get on board today. AVTA empowers mobility, getting people where they need to be safely, timely, and cost-effectively.
My school schedule was packed. I had no time to practice.
I wanted to chase my dreams without sacrificing my education.
Then I found Learn for Life.
Flexibility means I don't have to choose between practice and school.
I get to chase my dreams and learn at my own pace.
I can learn my way.
I can learn my way.
Learn for Life High Schools, completely free. Enroll anytime.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Breezing along at the break, 0-0 between AV Alta and Oakland Roots. Much to get into here at halftime, but first, a message from the USL.
This is Centerville Bank Stadium in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, just opened in early May with a capacity of more than 10,000. This is the newest gem in the USL Championship, and there are more of these coming pretty soon in both the Championship and League One. Two clubs progressing towards their new homes are Detroit City FC and Sacramento Republic FC. Detroit City has acquired the land it needs close to downtown, while Sacramento has a similar goal in its downtown district known as the Rail Yards. Future plans are in the works for Oakland Roots SC, New Mexico United, and expansion club Buffalo. In League One, AV Alta FC's inaugural season kicked off in a renovation of Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Portland Hearts of Pine upgraded a local icon, Fitzpatrick Stadium, for its debut. Greenville Triumph SC broke ground on its new home with help from co-owner the great Ronaldinho. And defending League One champion Union Omaha is planning its next home. 2026 expansion includes Fort Lauderdale United FC Stadium Complex, already a USL hotspot, and expansion stadiums are nearing the finish line in Fort Wayne, Indiana, Eugene, Oregon, Corpus Christi, Texas, and Boise, Idaho. This year, the Jägermeister Cup will feature all 24 clubs from the USL Championship and all 14 clubs from USL League One. The 38 teams are placed in 6 groups divided by region. 4 groups will have 6 teams, 2 groups will have 7 teams. Each club will play 4 matches in group play, 2 at home and 2 away. At the conclusion of the group phase, the 6 group winners and 2 wildcard teams will enter the knockout stage. To set the quarterfinals, the wildcards are locked into slots as away teams. Group winners are drawn for spots 1 through 6, then drawn to fill the matchups from match 1 all the way to match 4. In this stage, wildcard teams cannot play against the winner from their respective groups. In the semifinals, the 4 remaining teams will be drawn randomly, and the last 2 teams standing will be drawn to determine the host for the Jägermeister Cup final.
What a start to the season, and Louisville City lose.
Joe Brito! Oh, it's magnificent! What a finish!
Today we went to the beach, and it was totally worth it.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Whoa, termites can eat a pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day. Pound of wood a day.
Pound of wood a day.
What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
3 ice-cold Jägermeister shots, please. Those look warm.
Serve it cold or don't serve it at all. Jägermeister. Damn, that's cold.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students. Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students.
Working parents. Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
No headlines to report here. At half, 0-0 between AV Alta and Oakland Roots, but plenty of happenings in and around the USL family of league against Charleston Battery as we get a look at the scores for the day. And it's been a bit of an uprising today from USL League One. Portland Hearts of Pine able to take it to Detroit City FC on the day. Westchester SC holding their own with Hartford, although Hartford are able to laugh last in that particular engagement. NCFC, an old clash against Richmond Kickers, two former USL League One sides. Rhode Island FC able to get a little bit of revenge against Pittsburgh Riverhounds, 1-0, a reverse of the score from earlier in the week in league play. It was a thriller between Chattanooga Red Wolves and Forward Madison as Chattanooga continue to add results to their tab here in 2025. It was a comeback for Charlotte Independence, who were down a pair of goals against Lexington SC, but get the extra point in penalties. Miami FC continue their surprising campaign, knocking off a very capable and confident FC Naples side. 1-0 the final tally. The Switchbacks go to a red-hot El Paso Locomotive and take them down for an all-important 3 points. Birmingham Legion able to get another result under Mark Briggs. And the action in motion right now, Las Vegas Lights were the group toppers. 6 points coming into today in this particular group involving Oakland Roots and AV Alta, but it's a repeat of proceedings. Sacramento Republic really took it to Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, beating them 5-0. It's 3-0 now. Elsewhere in the group, 1-1 between Monterey Bay and OC, and Rising have the lead on their rival New Mexico United 2-1 at the halftime intermission. As you can see, a lot going on. We hope some action might take shape in the second half. Here in the Valley, 0-0 at the break. The second half is coming to you when we return. Let's pay some bills.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
Tú ya nos conoces, somos Hacienda Mi Ranchito, un lugar donde la tradición y el sabor se encuentran. Acompáñanos cualquier día de la semana y disfruta de unas deliciosas bebidas, como el Torito, 6 deliciosos shots de tequila, ideal para festejar. Aquí, la comida es el alma del lugar. Tenemos todo lo que se te antoje. Cada platillo está hecho con amor y los mejores ingredientes. Ah, y no se te olvide nuestro food truck. Llevamos la fiesta a donde tú estés. Perfecto para eventos, fiestas y reuniones. Ven a disfrutar una experiencia única en Hacienda Mi Ranchito y Mi Ranchito Mexican Grill. Te esperamos con los brazos abiertos y un plato lleno de sabor.
At Edwards Federal Credit Union, we're proud to be the only financial institution born and raised right here in the Antelope Valley. That means we know what our community needs because we are the community. Whether you're buying a home, starting a business, or planning for your future, we've got you covered with the products and services tailored to your needs. From everyday banking to life's biggest milestones, we're here for you every step of the way. Edwards Federal Credit Union, everything you need right here at home.
When it comes to healthcare, you want all aspects of your care to connect and to work in harmony. Introducing Southwest Healthcare, a comprehensive network of care working together to serve you and your loved ones. Palmdale Regional Medical Center is proud to be a part of this new, expanded system. Our goal is to provide high-quality healthcare services that benefit you, your family, and our entire community. Experience health in harmony today with the new Southwest Healthcare.
Heading into the second half, is there a point of separation between AV Alta and Oakland Roots SC for Alta? A draw probably not good enough if they're going to get out of the group and have any hope of advancing as the group winner. Oakland Roots trying to take all 3 points on the road. And here's how that first half played out. It was Panos Armanakis conjuring the best chance of the first frame, hitting the frame on this free kick, striking it with that wand of a left foot. Just unable to draw blood. Oakland Roots would continue to amp up the pressure as Carlos Avilés would be called into action to turn away this shot from Babosi Biaruhanga. That was the last real word from a quiet first half for Oakland Roots. They're just beyond the 15th minute. The rest of the play running through AV Alta. This is the best chance of the first half of play as Javier Mariona couldn't pump one through. It was Rafael Spiegel who denied the chance in the face of goal. Into the 33rd minute, Spiegel again. This on into the rest of the frame in the 43rd minute. There will be one more chance of inquiry from Oakland Roots on a cross. Sinistera giving this a whack in. It takes a ride wide of the target. Probably hit a hand on the way there, but no VAR. So that goal would have stood as handball was not awarded. It matters not now, though. All preamble to this all-important second half as things open up between AV Alta and Oakland Roots. Both sides will be incentivized to really go for this. The first tiebreaker on wild cards is total goals scored, not goal difference. So every incentive to try and extend and try and break through for a couple of goals. Back in motion, the Jägermeister Cup. Once more, it's Peyton Gallagher along for the ride. Of course, this game, this competition, often is not one to disappoint for action. Every expectation in this second half that things could get dramatic. Beamed away and kept out for a throw. At least it initially looked that way. Appears, though, that it did come out over the end line. It will be a corner kick. It was the debutant, Steven Ramos, who pelted it out of play. And inside the first minute of the second half, a chance from the flag. Another good ball, sculpted in by Armanakis. Swashbuckled away, down by Sinistera. Back in for Armanakis. Jurgen Damm in a crowd of three, unwinds himself, puts it into the area. Glanced away by Alex Eve, who lifts a thumb to the sky to applaud the effort. Probably should have done a little bit better with the finish. Alex Eve back in the starting 11. That makes 3 games out of the last 4 for him. And he's gotten the nod from the opening bell. Age 19 season, Alex Eve. Rolled along by Mariona. It's going to sit up for a second and then just roll away from Blancas. Blancas, a versatile player in his career, has more than 20 times played on the left, the right, as a winger and outside mid. At times, he's made appearances as a 6, settling into a more forward and central position, interchanging around in this 4-1-4-1, typically deployed by Brian Claben. Claben typically in a suit. Today, trying it out for a sharp black t-shirt. Into those summer months in the state of California. Hard to find a bad day for weather. Another gorgeous one under the lights tonight. Gagi. Held up by E.J. Johnson, who was sent to the pitch. Going straight away, trying to catch the keeper off the line, and it's all but a fair catch from Aviles. Well, we've seen it, it feels like 4 or 5 times this year. The spectacular from range. That time Aviles, guess he had seen the news clippings. Foul is awarded against, it appears, AV Alta. Maybe the flag had gone up for offside. Stats here in the early phase of the second half. AV Alta have commanded just under 68% of the possession, placing 2 shots on target out of 4 total. Oakland Roots have maybe queued up the shooting attempts more than their opposition today. It was 7 already on the game, but only 1 has actually been on frame. Should also be factored that technically that shot from Thomas Armanakis, as offside is given against Mariona, does not count as on target as it hit the woodwork. Gagi. A tight turn from Gibson. A little bit casual though as Dom. Cerritos winding and weaving and working wide for Mariona. A snatching tackle from Kai Green. Gibson on the spin. Turned out for Hackshaw, who tilts it along for Alexeev. Armanakis dropping in. Dom. Mariona coming to crowd. Dom across midfield. Sinistera getting around him. It's come off of hands. Play is stopped. Boots settling into something of a staccato. Knocking the ball around now. Finding the groove, finding the tempo. Gibson. Opened up for Dom. He gets the measure of Mariona. Armanakis encroaching on the area. A long procession of passes for Oakland Roots. Rocking the ball to sleep. Hypnotic build-up. Alta yet to blink though. Into the box for Alexeev. Flapped along and flushed over the frame. Aviles on his head. And he thanks his lucky stars that he was in position to react. Alexeev just able to get the knock on. E.J. Johnson cut in front of the face of Eric Gonzalez. And although apparently it was not required, Aviles made the save. Seems like there may have been some sort of infraction committed as the ball entered the box. Alta hunting in packs, trying to take hold of possession. Gibson. Dom, Gibson, and Gagi. There are some heavy hitters on the bench for Oakland Roots if they choose to go that route. Peter Wilson, Wolfgang Prentice have been primed and ready at the front of the attack this year. Of course, again, Maury Donor is waiting in the wings, trying to make his debut today. Shunted out of play. It's going to be a corner kick as Gagi got the touch. It was a lovely little turn from Robledo to find the space. A corner, a chance to shake the whole thing up. Served in within swing. And well overcooked. Will fall out of play though for a throw, hemmed into that corner. A chance to press for AV Alta. With the wind playing a factor, that certainly influenced that particular delivery from Blancas. Swirled in. Off the head of Johnson. And return to sender. Oakland Roots manufactured a season-high 26 box touches despite the 3-0 defeat against New Mexico United. It looked like the attack was starting to come together, collate into something really strong in these last couple of weeks, but less access today. We're trying to do something about that, Alex Sieve. It's undoubtable there are pieces for Oakland Roots. Trying to figure out the right alchemy to get the best out of the group is Gavin Glinton. That's his responsibility. Swirled into the area. Once more put in by Sinistera. And kept by Avalos. Now, Roots have used a league-high 54 substitutions this year. That's in USL Championship play. We're nearly an hour in, yet to go to the dugout, both teams. It was a highly rotated AV Alta side. And it looks like the first couple changes to be made, and it appears one of them is Maury Donor. He'll get the half hour. Chance to bet in with his new side and new colors. As well as the big man, Peter Wilson, to lead the line. Pinch back by Mariona. A snappy pass into the box. Fired at goal, it's saved. Spiegel is fired up. The ball has found the back of the net. Off the ricochet, wildly and wickedly. AV Alta have claimed the advantage. In the moment that Flint hit Steele, AV Alta grabbed the lead. It was lifted into the box. Spiegel made the initial save, and it just trickled into the back of the nets. Smuggled across the line. Cruz will claim it. It's a bounce of fate that flashes AV Alta a goal to the good. Sebastian Cruz. He's been at the heart of the attack. Hasn't had the goal-scoring responsibility or punch, but he provides in the big moment. He's been in the right areas all year long, and he gets the goal there. Team's leader in minutes on the year, having played just over 700. Seizes his moment just inside the hour mark. And Oakland Roots must chase again. See how much AV Alta elect to sit off. Jurgen Dahm has come off to make room for Maury Donor. As foretold, Peter Wilson has also joined up. It appears he will step into the center of that front three as E.J. Johnson will make way. Kind of unbelievable that that ball found a way to burrow into the back of the net. Spiegel will feel hard done by after making the initial save. The deflection just hit straight off an AV Alta player in the form of Cruz, who took the initial shot. And now with chest out, it's Alta on the push. Mariona takes it away from Henry Donor. Blancas, Ibarra, Ramos. Osvaldo Lay. Alta are content to knock around these 2, 3, 4-yard passes all night long if they're allowed to do so. Slashed away by Alexeev. And with results as they are, Cerritos presses on. Las Vegas Lights getting turned over by Sacramento Republic. Alta in securing all 3 points today if they can do so. They give themselves just a glimmer of hope to maybe get out of the group as the #1 seed. Of course, would require results to go their way elsewhere, getting into the final phases of the group stage. But this is what they had to do. They had to get the win today. They've given themselves a chance to do exactly that. And they will play keep ball all game long. Osvaldo Lay. Aviles. USL kicks off the month of June on ESPN2 with a battle of Eastern Conference powerhouses. Last season's Player Shield winners Louisville City FC take on 2024 Eastern Conference title holders Rhode Island FC on Wednesday, June 11th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Folks, that is a tasty one. Louisville still unbeaten on the year in the league, up against the side that ended their historic campaign last season. Made sure that they didn't reach the conference final for the first time. That ball is in. Way to make an introduction, Maury Donor. On his debut, only 5 minutes in to his first run out for Oakland Roots. Gets an equalizer. Just gets it into the mix. Aviles, none the wiser. Waited too long to pounce. And instead, beats it into his own net. A bit of a showroom oddity of a goal, but they all count. And Maury Donor, more than happy to get his first in the colors. Well, all right then, 1-1. Shock and awe in the Antelope Valley. And all of a sudden, Oakland Roots are surging. And Donor has an appetite. Gibson in the intermediary time. Jerry Desdune has joined up, replacing Miguel Ibarra. Now Gibson, Alta, digging in deep. Donor. Amanakis sliding it through for Maury Donor. Across the box and in! Peter Wilson. Oakland Roots turn over a new leaf in a matter of moments. From 1-0 down to 2-1 up. AV Alta are crestfallen. Donor right at the heart of it again. Inside the first 10 minutes in the shirts, Maury Donor, a goal and assist placed on a platter for Peter Wilson. What just happened? Wide smiles on one side of the line, long faces on the other. maybe more countenance of confusion for AV Alta as Babu Jai is set to be injected in. Well, Oakland Roots saw 2 goals scored in 4 minutes against them last week against New Mexico. It appears they've copied the homework. Alex Sieve comes off. Babu Jai, a tested veteran, will take up residence on the left side wing. Well, we told you, the Jägermeister Cup, there's just something to it. And I think you're finding out exactly what. AV Alta, Oakland Roots participating for the first time. The inaugural voyage a year ago. Jaeger after dark. Last show in town, the last kickoff, scheduled at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in the matter of, realistically, 10 minutes of game action, it's become worth the price of admission just like that. The last kick of the ball before Maury Donor and Peter Wilson came on was the goal for AV Alta. Since then, Donor has scored and assisted Peter Wilson to put us here at 2-1. Amanakis with it. Ball obtained cleanly from Oakland Roots. Wolfgang Prentice fresh into the game and with the ball in tow. Wide for Armanakis on the left, lashing one in. Eric Gonzalez able to meet the moment. A heavy first touch. Ramos is tied up. And just clearing the lines is Osvaldo Lay. Up there is Desdune. A little bit rickety coming out of the back is Spiegel, but it just gets out of play. And a chance for a change. Mabumu Alassane coming on. He started the last 2 games in the pivot. He replaces Osvaldo Lay. Adam Omish will check into the match. Set his career high for touches last time out in the Jägermeister Cup with 51 against Las Vegas Lights. Also had an assist in that game, which was the first of his professional career. See if he can maybe light a spark for the home team. Omish part of that Union Omaha side that able to lift a trophy at the end last year in USL League One. Ramos cutting in, Omish. Appears Javier Mariona is set up now on the right side of the attack. A skyscraping switch in for Omish, who's quickly corralled by 2, and Omish might need a second to acclimate to the pace of the game. Out for a goal kick. The USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Go to USLChampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Well, that's the guy grabbing the headlines, Maury Donor. He's only been with the club officially for a little more than 24 hours. He's got a goal, he's got an assist, and he could have a defining intervention. And Oakland Roots stay in the USL Jägermeister Cup. He has completely revived his side since coming on. Hopefully a sign of things to come for Oakland Roots. In the meantime, though, it's Steven Ramos and Omish shuffling in. Omish looking at goal. coasting it high. Omish afforded the space, getting in on that right foot. Just leaning back a touch too much. The sudden transference of responsibility as AV Alta must play pursuant now. Their fans have not dropped their heads though. That banging drum, the heartbeat of the club. Donor on the 1-2. It's a fair tackle apparently. Omish, that one's not. Instant yellow card for Gagi. It's been a fairly clean game. Ruhanga, the only other player that's been booked today for Oakland. Osvaldo Ley has departed the match, but he also had his name taken. Settling first touch from Nabil Hakshaw. Down the line from Babu Jai. Fresh legs from Wolfgang Prentice as he's clattered into. And a quick whistle. Free kick. This is really the highest caliber of attacking talent that Gavin Linton can get onto the field. Now that Wolfgang Prentice has entered the match, Sinistera has departed and he will be part of the plans going forward. With Armanakis and Prentice and Peter Wilson, there's plenty of attacking punch to maybe push this Oakland root side across the line. AV Alta must keep composure in the face of surmounting pressure. In by Armanakis, headed down, just ducked away. It was Alisson who put his boot to it. And loops back the attack. Always heart and mouth whenever the ball finds a way to hit the pitch inside the 6-yard box. Anything can happen in that moment. Nothing more than an Oakland throw though. It was Alisson who answered the call. Gibson. This time the throw is AV Alta's. Desdoon. Gonzalez. Kai Green all the way back to the goalkeeper Spiegel. And to release the ball to. A hard charge from Gagi, maybe caught out of position. As he retreats back to his own end with a bit of a limp. Alta conduct their long march towards goal. In the custody of Omish. Speeding by Donor. He takes his pound of flesh and provides a free kick that's taken immediately. Desdoon in behind. Crowded out and out for a corner kick. And Camden Riley is being summoned back to the bench. See if he's set to come in. Shore things up defensively. Beaten out for another throw. Camden Riley will grab the match shirt. Hard to miss with that red mop of hair atop his head. Player that can play in midfield or in defense in all three positions in the back line. And a pinch really could play wing back as well. If you're just now joining us, it has been a wild second half of play. They actually are going to take the goal away from Maury Donor. It's been credited an own goal against Carlos Avalas. Donor streaming upfield and opening things up for Armanakis now. Gets away from Wolfgang Prentice. Javier Mariona. Cavalry arriving to all sides. What a turn. Classy stuff on the ball from AV Alta. Mariona with Cruz in the area. Sliding intervention from Gagi. Bodies down all across the board, and play is stopped. Gagi putting his body on the line to get in front. This is pristine. Saw the ball running away from Cruz and took that chance to go to grounds. Just a stretching here. Saw Gagi come up with a bit of a wobble about 3 or 4 minutes ago. Temperature is starting to get up there a little bit as the final substitution is set to be made, and Gagi is recovered from the game, making room for Camden Riley. Riley has only played once in the last 10 games. It was a sub cameo. He's only been on the bench 3 times in that span prior to this. Took a bit of an injury, but other than that, it's been play related that's seen him not in the team. He'll get a chance to make a major impact, trying to get his side across the line.
Waste management player substitution. Oakland Roots coming out of the game. Gagi, Marcus, Belly. Into the game. Number 5, Camden Riley.
Another foul given. Intensity starting to really ratchet up here. Floated in for Cerritos. Pulling it back is Blancas. Muscled wide. A lot of green shirts in a congested area here on the near side. Omesh. Desdoon flying away from Camden Riley, who was slow to get the engine started. Maybe a bit fortunate to get away from that without a yellow card. All that said, a free kick in prime real estate for AV Alta. As Desdoon makes his first real impact, a very technical, very skilled wide player. He casts his shadow over the free kick. Spotlight trained on Desdoon and Blancas. It's a 2-man barricade. A wild roller coaster in the second half, heading into another bend. Just less than 15 minutes to break the tape. Blancas up and over the wall. And too tall for even Spiegel. It had venom, it had dip, just not the proper placement. A late break there, and it may have caught a fan. Changes being made. Elijah Martin will come on for his first action with AV Alta, a well-traveled veteran. 146 games of USL Championship experience, has not played since September 9th, 2023. It's been over 600 days, a long-awaited return for Elijah Martin. As one more change is being made, it's Christian Ortiz, who's been away from the team for some time as well, recovering from injury after starting the first 2 matches of the year. Both players getting the run out into the final 10 minutes or so. Javier Mariona, his day is done. Elijah Martin was teammates with Camden Riley at San Diego Loyal. It's a free kick for Oakland Roots. Over the top. Too much so. First touch for Elijah Martin. Locates Ellison. Driving away from Wolfgang Prentice, who sends Ellison somersaulting. Omish. Lifted in, and Spiegel will make short work of that. Or maybe long work of that, as he drains off every second he can. It's been a fast-flowing second half. Can't imagine there's going to be much stoppage time at the current trajectory. We're into the final 10 minutes. Down to Armanakis. Can't fight off Omish. It falls for Wolfgang Prentice. Now Babu Jai. AV Alta, unless they can dig something out, all but out of the competition. As Omish unable to gain purchase of that. It looked a certain opportunity after Camden Riley stumbled. Have been so good in their home venue. 3 wins in the league. Also the other U.S. Open Cup against Orange County SC. Not many teams have come into this building and had success. Oakland Roots are on the precipice. Just have to hold the concentration for 10 more minutes. Babu Jai inverted. Thought about winding up and letting one go. Wide for Wolfgang Prentice. Into the box off the head of Peter Wilson, who lost his balance. Alvarez will play it high. Ellison parsing the space. Omish. Alexis Cerritos, haven't called his name much in the second half. Drilled in the defensive responsibilities, Oakland Roots. Ivanov, it's come off his hand, it appears. Advantage being played. Wilson lapping it up. Tick, tick, tick. Camden Riley with strong strides from the back. Babu Jai. That's the warning bell. Heading into the final throws. It's do or die time for AV Alta. Kai Grain composed on the ball. A classy pass wide. Donor intent to take it to the corner if he's allowed to do so. Turned back by Omish. Juking away, Babu Jai, Prentice. Jai was making an infield run. Pass never made its way to him. But AV Alta just can't get out of their own hands. Feels like they're pressing a bit. A sidewinder from Spiegel. Omish wins the header. Doing so too strongly though. Alta have only scored 4 second half goals in league play this year. They did get one earlier on in this game by way of Sebastian Cruz. Babu Jai under the spell of Wolfgang Prentice now. It stays in. Cruz ahead of him is Desdoon. How many green shirts up and around the area? Now they arrive. All 3 goals tonight scored in the span of 6 minutes. Is there another in the final 6? Omish infield. Cerritos off the back heel, struggling to settle. A strangling bit of defensive work from Oakland Roots, but the attack's still on. Cross in from deep, fired a goal! Spiegel stands up, shows his backbone to push it over. Sebastian Cruz got a taste with his first, was hungry for a second, and give this one a right hammering. Strong stuff in net from Spiegel. AV Alta have yet to score from a corner this year. One of only 3 teams in the USL League One that have been unable to find the back of the net from the flag with in-swing from Eduardo Blancas. Boomed in and just brushed out of play. A bit wasteful. That's been the story of the night on the set pieces for AV Alta. Alta have put 5 shots on target, have yet to break through. Beyond just the 1 goal. Elijah Martin, again making his first instance of action in over 600 days. Pinned up in the corner, collides with Maury Donor. And custody of the ball belongs to Oakland Roots. Big puffs of air, heavy lungs, heavy legs, as Roots strain to meet the finish line first. Both sides need the points. Prentice. Sliding in is Alassane, can't grab it. So throw in for Oakland Roots. Now, if AV Alta do get an equalizer by some hook or crook, and nothing else happens beyond that point, it would be immediately to penalty kicks to decide who gets the extra point. Both sides would get 1 at least. The winner of the shootout would gain an extra 1 and leave this contest with 2. In for Donor, stirring the drink from the center. Maury Donor takes it on and towers it tall. Just waiting on the board to go up. The doors are swinging at the Last Chance Saloon. Is there a daring rescue in it for AV Alta? Desdoon Dashing away. Omish. Plowing wide. Cerritos. Allison! Carrying one out, and that will take us likely to the 90-minute mark. Allison just enough room to breathe and see himself maybe fashioning the role of hero. Not to be. Ivan Cristoforo has calibrated the board, and it's 4 minutes, the reading. Time enough for AV Alta to save themselves. They've seen the game go right through their fingertips. Owned by Ortiz. In by Ortiz, running onto his crew. Spiegel holds strong. A gluey glove stop from Spiegel, who steps in front of the cross just in the nick of time. Desdoon was lurking. That's 1 of the 4 minutes gone. Sifting it back is Oakland Roots in no rush. Konos Armanakis played into the path of Babu Jai. This will put it on ice if Roots can find another. Armanakis is calling for it. Jai gets between two defenders. Armanakis finally able to receive the ball. Gibson guiding into the corner for Armanakis. A heady play. It's a throw-in. That was not a friendly exchange. Maury Donor already laying it on the line for the badge. Coming off a career best season in many regards last year for Monterey Bay. Just was not in the plans in Detroit after pitching up tent in the Motor City. He had only played in 6 games this year with the single start. Immediately fashioning himself maybe a key cog for Gavin Glinton. This has been an inspired performance from him. Downfield from Martin. Nobody there to put themselves on it. 1 minute left. The bell is tolling for AV Alta in the Jägermeister Cup. Cut down is Christian Ortiz. It's a corner kick. AV Alta has struggled to really conjure anything on these dead balls. It's an outswinger. And now deferred to Desdoon, who'll be finding the wind in the odds. As the goalkeeper Aviles is up for this. It's his own goal that let Oakland Roots back into the game. And there is a Roots player down. It appears to be Babu Jai. The Gambian defender milking this for all it's worth as the referee sorts everything out. Because of the pause, this likely takes us to the end of the 94 minutes. Matt Vercel setting the rules of engagement. Final beatings of the heart for AV Alta FC. It will be with outswing from Desdoon. A hapless header, another corner. To much dismay from the side in white, green, and yellow. They must dig in again with outswing again. Headed on! Mabumu Allison! From the valley to the heights, level at 2. You can't make this up. Mabumu Allison, the man for the moment. In cometh that moment. Allison arrived. Penalties appear to be faded now. It was 1-0. It was 1-1. It was 2-1. It is 2-2. And it will be decided from 12 yards. I reckon there's time enough for another round. This is the Jägermeister Cup. It is the final kick of the game. The final header of the game. Blood, sweat, and tears and pictures in front of you now unfolding. And that capture much more than a single word. Folks, it was a ride. The highlights from the game that was, it all started to pop off just ahead of the 60th minute as a knockaround finds the back of the net by way of Sebastian Cruz. Now, this is in the 56th minute. We're gonna flash forward here as Oakland Roots, down a goal, would find a rebuttal in the 62nd. This is going to be scored an own goal. Maury Donor cutting onto the right foot, coasting it across. Never really meant to get it that close to goal, you would imagine. But that caught Carlos Avalos by surprise, and he bats it into the back of his own goal. The debut for Maury Donor. It's going swimmingly here. It gets even better now. Just a minute later, to the end line it goes. It's a perfectly crafted cross. Peter Wilson just has to keep running to pound it into the roof of the net. 2-1 there. Oakland Roots in full surging command. And in the 95th minute, after a second bite at the apple from the corner flag, the goalkeeper Spiegel moving the wrong direction. Allison enters the ball into a chapter of AV Alta history, as well as the goal, and it goes to penalties. And breathe. Take a deep breath and steel yourself for exactly what is to come, the cruelest, most dramatic way for a sporting event to end. A shootout from penalties. Now the winner here only is gifted the extra points in the table. Both sides have done enough maybe to revive any chances in the resulting matches, accruing enough results to get out of the group. Alta, having played already 2 games and lost both, probably has more at stake here by getting the extra points. Those are heavy steps. One side bouncing into this moment, the other trudging in with hung heads. It could be no bigger a gap in terms of the emotion in the two camps as the captain, Nabil Hackshaw, will try and rally the resolve of his goalkeeper in red. Spiegel was so good all game. Just took one false step in the fatal moment and saw the ball ripple in the back of his own net. Final words from Matt Vercel, making sure the goalkeepers know exactly what they can and cannot do. It's Babu Jai to the spot first. Only taken 3 penalties in his career. 2 have gone to the left center of the goal, 1 to the bottom right, one of which was a miss. It's Aviles in front of him. Maybe Alta fans, they've finally gotten this right. They've run to the wrong end for these penalty shootouts in the US Open Cup. Everybody back behind Aviles in goal. Babu Jai, a long run up. Babu Jai for Oakland Roots. It's saved by Carlos Aviles. An own goal in regular time. A save to start the shootout. It's not the best penalty from Babu. Aviles guessed right. Got gloves to it. And a chance to cement the advantage in the first round of this set of 5, AV Alta. Spiegel in goal. A chance to go one ahead. The Panenka dribbles in. Spiegel got a second glance at it. A huge sigh and a grin from Eduardo Blancas as he lifts it across the final marker and breaks the finish line at a limp. He went for the chip. Usually you see a little bit more height than that. A skipping stone across the pond, finding Paydirt. And it's 1-0 in the shootout to AV Alta. Carlos Aviles will examine the instructions he's given himself in preparation on the water bottle. He saved one. He will not save a second. Calm, cool, collected from Kai Green. Realistically, Oakland needed to get that. They do. A stutter in the run up and just sliding it into the bottom corner. Green getting the goalkeeper to commit. Reading him well. And it falls upon Alexis Cerritos, who scored in the last 2 matches for AV Alta, to score here. A sidestep in the run-up. Alexis Cerritos, it's perfect. Placed with piercing precision. And AV Alta remain a nose in front. Goalkeeper goes the wrong way. And Cerritos puts the pressure back on to Nabil Hackshaw. Hackshaw has seen everything in the USL Championship. Plenty of appearances, over 225 as he steps to the mark. Only 12 yards away. His side need it desperately here. Nabil Haksha just over the glove and the fingertip of Avilés, who got a touch. Level again at 2. It was a bit of a false step from Avilés as he leaned into it to his right-hand side and couldn't extend. Sebastian Cruz scored the first. Got his side in front. Can he keep them in front now? Right to work and right into the back of the net. It was not a question, it was a statement. Sebastian Cruz makes it 3-2. Snap, crackle, and pop. His expression never changed. It belongs to Peter Wilson, his responsibility. It lies on his wide shoulders now. The situation becoming terminal for Oakland Roots. Peter Wilson, saved by Avilés! Carlos Avilés on the redemption arc. He may have stepped off the line, but it matters not now. He's been out of the team, understudy to Denzel Smith. He had an own goal early in the game. He's made 2 clutch saves in the shootout. And a chance to win it. Pelivanov in penalties. They're all chanting his name. For AV Alta! Pelivanov wins it and secures the extra point. It was dusk, and then it was a new dawn for AV Alta, who score in the 95th minute and score all of their penalty kicks, soaring across the line. A moment for this club in their first campaign in the professional ranks. A group coming together in real time. They all count. This one maybe counts a little bit more. Through all the adversity this game offered, it is AV Alta that win the endurance test and take the extra points in the shootout. We step aside, digest all of that. Alta, they convert from the penalty spot more times than the opponent, and they take the day. We'll break it down when we come back.
Life is about making connections, and AVTA is your way to connect with the rest of the Antelope Valley. AVTA connects you to your friends, your family, local services and businesses, healthcare, even where you work. At AVTA, we make your connections possible. Get on board today. AVTA empowers mobility, getting people where they need to be safely, timely, and cost-effectively.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students.
Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students. Working parents. Veterans.
Student athletes.
First generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
Jägermeister is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the inaugural USL Jägermeister Cup. Take a shot at glory and celebrate the magic of this exciting new tournament all year long. Please drink responsibly. Exciting's a word for it. Palpitating's another. A recap of what just happened might be useful.